Now, so what we have just done is, your question was that your petrol is given to be this much, and the number of customers who are buying this much of petrol was 9, 13, 36, and you were asked to make a cumulative frequency curve. This table was given to you where K was less than 10, less than 20, less than 30. So to find out, we have to make a cumulative frequency curve. So first question was to complete the table. So you completed the table by writing this K is less than 10, K is less than 20. You made a less than table, and then you wrote the first number as it is, and then less than 20 would mean 13 and 9. That is 22.
Yeah. So
Less than 30.
Yeah.
Continue.
So, okay, now when we are going to be plotting, so I think since first of all, we will not necessarily have to now do is, we can now do 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80. Because it is in continuous form. If
Before you plot, there is one small hint that I would like to give you. Just write hint, and you must, in your notebook, you must write, see, this you will be putting on the x-axis, and this you will be putting on the y-axis, because frequency is on the y-axis, right? Yeah. So your plotting points would become 10, 9. Make sure that you write this so that when you start plotting it, it should not become like a challenge for you. Next would be 20, 22. Next would be 30, 58. Make sure that you write this.
10, 9, 10, 22, 20, 22. So are you saying like, okay, so I just like, instead of, okay. Yeah, I think I'm kind of getting a hint. I'll try and draw the graph, I guess. Probably.
Yes. So now the rest of it is very simple. The graph, you know that IG provides you the graph on the paper itself. So all you're supposed to do is select your scale, and according to your scale, you will be plotting these points, right?
Yeah. I know what to do then. Okay. Just give me a moment. I'm just writing. And this is this is CF, and then this is what? Petrol, right?
Cumulative frequency on this axis, and this is petrol.
Yeah, just give me a moment. I'm writing this.
Plotting of the graph is of a 5 mark.
Yeah.
And completing the table was just 1 mark. So 5 plus 1, 6 marks.
So, ma'am, when we're making the points also, should we make it like a dot and then make the lines, or like you could make like a, okay, because at the cross mark method, basically making a cross and then doing that, so it won't look accurate. Yeah.
Yes, make a dot and then connect the dots. But the dots have to be connected like a freehand curve. Never use a scale here. Okay. So now what we have learned, how to make the curve. Okay. You have a table given to you, and from that table, you will calculate the cumulative frequency, and then you put the cumulative frequency in the graph. After that, the question can be asked about median, your upper quartile, your lower quartile, your interquartile, and then sometimes they ask you about the percentile.
Yeah.
Okay. So for the median first, for median, what do we do? Median means what is the total frequency for us?
So it is 120. So you would divide it by 2. Yes.
So n is equal to 120. So what we do is for median, we do n by 2, and n by 2 is 120 in this case. So n by 2 is 60. What we will do is check your, and on the graph, you check the 60 on frequency, है ना? Cumulative frequency का part होगा. So 60 on y-axis, check it on y-axis, and then find corresponding point on x-axis.
Yeah.
Is that clear?
Yeah.
Okay. So now, can you figure out and tell me what is the value of median corresponding to 60? Make a dotted line.
Yeah. This is corresponding to 60, right? Yeah. Give me a moment. It'll be 30.5 for me in this case.
30.5. Okay. So I'll write 30.5, which is approximately fine.
Yeah, because
30.5 becomes your. Okay. Now we come to the upper quartile. Okay. For upper quartile, what we do is, for median, what did you do?
median we did was like we took the basically the corresponding this. We took the basically what the entire frequency and we did n divided by 2. So that will be 60 in this case.
So this
We
case,
found the upper quartile, so what will be 120 minus 60. If we take the upper quartile, so this is like the basically the bigger frequencies, right? 120 minus 60, which will be 60. Now 60 divided by 20 is 2 is what? That is 30. So just add 60 plus 60 plus 20, 30, right? That'll be 90.
Otherwise, you straight away apply the formula, which is 3n by 4. Because median is the, always remember, median is always about the 50%, and the upper quartile is about the 75%.
5%.
And 75% of that n is 3n by 4. 75 upon 100 is 3n by 4. That's why you get these formulas. That's how we are getting these formulas. So 3n by 4 would become how much? 3 into n is 120 by 4. What's the answer on the x-axis?
90.
On the y-axis? So that
90.
is 90. अब आपको क्या करना है? Lot of children, what they do, they write the answer as 90. खत्म.
No. You'll have to do is go to that graph again and then see that line and do it.
Correct. So check the y-axis for 90 and find the corresponding point on the x-axis. Clear?
Yeah.
कितना आ रहा आंसर?
Just give me a moment, ma'am. It's like because the thing is like the scale is kind of like pretty minute and stuff. I didn't take like a very big scale.
You have to be really accurate, so take your time, no problem.
Yeah. It'll be 41.
The upper quartile is 41, and that is your upper. Clear?
So normally, whenever they given the property of statistic paper, they normally to give a range of how much should be the upper quartile and median.
Right. अब इसी तरह से They will ask you what is the upper quartile, what is the lower quartile. Sometimes they don't ask upper quartile and lower quartile, they straight away ask you the interquartile range. So for that, you have to find the upper quartile and lower quartile. Now we are coming to the interquartile. Interquartile is always at 25%. So what should 25% is 25 upon 100, which is 1 by 4. N is equal to
N by 4.
So
it will be 30. So
N by 4, which is equal to, that's your formula for this, which is equal to 120 by 4, which is equal to how much? 30. But then we will not just do that. We will figure out the value for.
Yeah. So 22.
Approximately 22 is the lower probability. Okay, now that's done. Now we have the next point, and that is we are supposed to find the interquartile.
So that is what you minus IQ, right?
This was this was LQ. Sorry, this is I wrote it right. IQ is interquartile. So IQ is always your interquartile range is always upper quartile minus lower quartile. Upper quartile हमारा कितना आया था? We don't have to do anything. Now we don't have to find out anything. आपकी जो values आ गई थी, that was 41. That was upper quartile
22.
minus 22. That's it. You don't have to find out anything else for this. So that's equal to how much?
That will be I think 19.
19. So the interquartile range is 19 for this question. Okay? And the last question which you get in a lot of questions. So one more question, one more mistake children do is they start subtracting 90 में से 30 minus.
Well, I think there was a mistake. I used to make a 9 mostly.
Okay, so don't it is very common mistake. Don't do that. Okay, last point of this. Last point is then they will ask you, suppose a particular percentile, not the ये नहीं बोलेंगे upper quartile, ये नहीं बोलेंगे lower quartile. They will not ask the median. They will ask certain percentile. Okay, so suppose some percentiles. That's what to do then. So that's also very easy. See, I told you that if it is median, it is how much percentage? 50%. If it is, so then what did you do? 50 upon 100 of n, right? Which was half upon 2 n. Then we were doing upper quartile. That was, I told you, it is 75%. So what we were doing? 75 upon 100 into n. That came out to 3 by 4 n. Then 25% was lower quartile. So 25 upon 100. That is 1 by 4. So how does it matter if they ask you 80%? What will you do? Apply the same concept, 80 upon 100, and you make your own formula. 8 upon 100 would become 2 4s are 8, 2 5s are 10. So your formula would become 4 by 5n.
Yeah.
If they ask you 90%, then what will it become? 90 upon 100 into n. So that becomes 9 upon 10 of n. Clear, Hua? Is that clear?
Yep.
And then you know what is your n. All you need to do is, in that n, once this much is done, the 9 upon 10 into n, which is in this case 120, you figure out. So you put the value of n, 9 into 12. What is 9 into 12?
9 into 12 is, I guess, 108.
108. So 108 is on the which axis?
It's on the y-axis in this case.
Y-axis, and then you figure out the corresponding x-axis, and that will be the answer, right?
Yeah.
Clear, hua?
Yeah.
Right? Okay. So can you tell me the answer for this 90 percentile?
Okay, just give me a moment. We got it 108 on y-axis, right? Okay. $53. Ma'am, the answer will be 53.
Absolutely. Absolutely correct. So you understood how to do it, right?
Yeah, now understood. Yeah.
Very
So,
nice.
okay, so now when coming to the case where if there's like, say there's not a continuous data in this case, like, because for this example, you had a continuous data and somewhat. So in this case, so can we try? So
You will still make it continuous and then choose your cumulative frequency accordingly. Okay? Now
yeah.
I'm going to show you a few graphs, and on those graphs you have to tell me you have some question, I think.
Yeah. So the thing was that whenever we come, I think the teacher is mentioning about the basically the cumulative frequency graph because of how maybe it'll be positively skewed or be negatively skewed. So
yeah. So abhi thodi der mein aate hai uspar. We are going step by step. Hold on. Okay. Next point is uh, yeah. We have this data, we have this graph, and suppose this is the topmost is 120, and the question says number of cars which are using less than 20 liters. I think it's the same graph. Use the same graph, and you have to give me the graph that you have made. You have to find number of cars that bought less than 20 liters.
bought less than 20 liters.
Less than 20 liters, yeah. Less than 20 liters will be which one? So go to
so would it be 22 people? So 22 people and 20 liters, right? Less than 20 liters.
Less than 20 liters means which is how many? Where
CF,
will it be
right?
on the?
It will be CF. So in this case, would it be 22 in this case?
So how? So less than 20 liters would be everybody below this. So what we are going to do is find the corresponding value wherever it is coming out to be here. So that is the value that you have to tell me that how many people were actually buying. How many people have, means in this case it is the number of cars which are buying less than 20 liters. Is that clear?
Yeah, I got it. So it will be 22.
Okay, next question. Number of cars which are buying more than 40 liters.
Number of cars are more than 40 liters, right?
More than 40 liters, yes.
And okay, more than 40 liters. It's not given any sign like equal to sign or anything, right?
More than 40 liters is clear. 40 and above.
40 and above. So in this case,
So if it is saying more than 40, so you check for 40 and then you put more than the sign.
that's 25. See that 25. Now, wait, 40. Okay, people have bought more than 40 liters, right? People who
Sorry,
have bought more than 40 liters, right?
more than 40 liters. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, then I got where exactly. No, I ended up what I did was I ended up.
Continue.
Yeah, no. The thing was that I ended up taking was the 40 on the cumulative frequency graph instead of the petrol part. So I
I
just
know these are all common mistakes which happen. हमको पता होता है but हम गलती से कुछ wrong कर देते हैं.
what in this case, it's saying it's 88 people. So
88 people. Okay.
yeah.
Okay, that's correct. 88 people is correct. Next is you'll find out number of cars which are buying petrol between 30 and 50 liters.
40 and 50 liters. Basically the range of people essentially, right? Minus will the answer be 46?
Say it again. Between 30 and 50 is what you're finding out.
Yeah, so see, essentially what is
30 का corresponding value कितना है आपका?
I am okay, so the 30 ka value, 30 is value. I'm getting it as 58.
And 50 का corresponding value कितना आया?
104.
So 104 minus 58 is how much?
46.
Are you sure?
Yeah, 104 minus 58, right? And unless you're saying that it's range between 30 and 50. So essentially we'll have to do is have to take the previous value of 30 in this case.
ठीक है. Fine. 46 cars is the. So there are 46 cars which are. So this part is clear, I hope now.
Yeah.
You know. Next we come to correlations. Okay. You know what is a scatter plot, right?
Yeah. Wait, scatter plot. Okay, just can you just show me the graph? Maybe I'll get to know all.
I'll just show you. What all chapters are coming for your test?
Where all these three chapters, then there is quadratics, then algebra, no, quadratics, functions, coordinate geometry, and circular measures.
Not trigonometry.
No.
Have we finished? We've not finished trigonometry. Have we?
No, we not seen started with trigo. I think we only did like circular measures, I believe.
Circular measures. We've not done more than that, right?
Yeah.
But we have kind of basics we have started, but we have not actually gone into trigo. Okay. And so you will do one thing, like I told you, You will pick up one paper every day now going forward. If not every day, at least alternate days. You pick up a paper and whatever is coming for your test, you have to go in an order, you have to keep saving them. Okay? So
Yeah.
like for example, we'll start with the year 2021. So let's start with 2021. Okay? You will take the variant 3. Okay? Variant 3 and then you will be doing October, November. 2021 variant 3 October, November. Okay? For both stats and P1. So because we are done with P1, you will start with paper 1.
So essentially what I do is on alternate days, I
You can pick up alternate days and you have to do the topic which is coming in your test, and you have to keep saving each and every paper. You're getting my point. Why I'm telling you this, because instead of doing like topical questions separately, in a way we will be doing topical only, but we will be building onto our papers. So when you will have a full tracking of every paper every year that you have done. So before you face your school exam, at least 5 papers is what I want from you.
5 papers on for correction, right?
At least 5 papers. Only the topics that is like quadratics is coming, so you will do quadratic questions. You will do trigonometry questions. You know how to see the mark scheme. You know all of that. So all you will do is those questions you will be sending me in WhatsApp, the questions that you're not able to understand.
Okay.
So let's say your query to me should be that I tried doing a paper of 2021 October, November, whatever, which October, November variant, whichever paper you tried doing it, and I couldn't do question number 4B.
Yeah.
Okay, and I didn't understand. I saw the mark scheme, but I still didn't understand. So that's what I want. Okay, and you will build a whole repository of papers. Because I'm going to ask you for your papers.
Okay.
Okay.
Then should I be starting by today? Mostly the paper.
You must start now. You must. Okay. So take alternate days and start doing these papers.
5 papers at least by end of the week, every week.
5 papers, not at least 3 papers in a week. 5 papers is what I'm asking you, so that because by the end of it, you should be able to understand actually papers are पूछते क्या है, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And then because you've done so many topics, so you might be forgetting things. So you see what is there, because school exam will be from the paper.
Yeah. Essentially, they always they don't even make their own questions. They mostly try and just use the passport paper from like maybe a very previous years, most like in a
yeah, but from the the latest also they can pick up from anywhere or very previous, whatever they can. Understood, no? So from today, and you have to tell me every day which paper you've done. Update it to me. Like I tried doing this paper, no doubt. I tried doing this paper, I got a doubt. I tried doing this paper, again, no doubt. Like like that. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Now we come to scatter plots. Okay?
Yeah.
So in scatter plots, what we have is very easy topic. So I'll just draw 2-3 things for you.
Okay.
ये देख रहे हैं हम. This is so this is population.
Yeah.
And this is time. Y-axis and x-axis.
Okay.
Now you have points like these. Okay. Right? This is a scatter plot. You understand what is scatter plot now?
Yeah. So essentially, basically, it's like with data. So, and in this case, you try to draw the best line of it, right?
I have not yet drawn the line of best fit. Lekin, now that you have mentioned it, now I am drawing the line of best fit. How am I supposed to make the line of best fit?
I think it should essentially what we drawing it should be drawing it from the origin, and I don't
Is
know.
it, am I supposed to draw it from the origin? If my data is not
Most
at the
likely.
origin, then
Most likely it should be in the direction the data itself, whether it's like is
right.
it something like this?
What
You could
what
take
if,
the outer, you could take like the outer, like basically the upper data in this case and lower data here, and then accordingly make the line.
acha, what if my data was like this instead of, you know, it's, what if it was, ab kya karu? Then also I will try to make line of best fit
Yeah,
from the origin.
yeah.
Can I make it from the origin now?
Mostly no, it depends if you
I can't. I can't. Okay. So never try to make things from the origin. It is not necessary. When you're making a line of best fit, you don't have to make it from the origin. It is not necessary. Clear?
Okay.
Okay. So first things, the things that you have to make sure when you're making a line of best fit, please write down. You have to make a line of best fit in such a way that the average average line is almost through the points. Second point, which I just mentioned, do not try to force the origin, force the line of best fit through the origin.
So you have to make sure the line of best fit is such that
It's kind of an average line. Average मतलब उनके middle में हो. Average line आप समझ रहे हो क्या होता है average line? Average line is a line which is in the middle.
yeah.
Then second point I made you write is, do not try to force it through the origin. Third point, try to make it equal balance on either sides. Next point, do not try to make the first and the last point connect. Okay, next, line of best fit must represent a trend. I'll tell you what trends are, okay? After this. Must represent a trend. And the last point, never force the line through the, do not try to force the line through a maximum number of points. मतलब अगर पता चला कि मेरे यहाँ 3 points आ रहे तो I will make the line of best fit like this. Wrong. Do not try to connect it to points. Line of best fit. Understood? These are the do's and don'ts when you're doing a line of best fit, making a line of best fit. Clear?
Yeah.
6 pointers. Can you read your pointers?
Yeah, just give me a moment. So okay. You have to make sure that the line of best fit is such that it is an average line. Second, do not try to force it to the origin. Third, try to make it equally balanced on either side on both sides. Fourth, do not try to make the first and the last point connect. Fifth, make sure that the line of best fit represents a triangle. Sixth is I think the point
represent a triangle. Triangle. Where is triangle coming from?
represent angle. I don't know. You mentioned. Can you mention the 5 point again?
Fifth point is line of best fit must represent a trend line.
Trend line. Oh God, I has heard it. It's interpretation. Imagine hearing a triangle in line of best fit.
Then you keep finding where is the triangle. And I miss you told me there's a triangle.
It must represent a trend line. So then the sixth last one was do not try to force it to again.
Force so that it touches the
Do not try to force it to a maximum number of points.
maximum
right?
number of points.
Okay. Yeah.
These are the correlations and trends. Okay.
Yeah.
So the first one, I'm going to call it as a positive correlation. Second
Yeah.
is a negative correlation. And the
And
third is a
there is no
zero correlation. Okay, positive, negative, zero.
Yeah.
Now, what do you understand by this?
I don't know. I think probably it should be doing with the gradient in this case, considering how.
Absolutely, very nice. So these are the points, right? You try to make your line of best fit. When you made your line of best fit, keeping the pointers that I made you just write down, when you make your line of best fit, then you see that it has a positive kind of a correlation, positive gradient. It is going up. Every plotting point is very close to that line. So what do I say? It is a line of best fit which has a positive correlation. Okay? And in the second one, what do we see? Most of the points are like that. You made your line of best fit and you see it's a negative gradient. It is coming down. So what you understand by this is, example deti hu main, you love ice cream. Okay. And as the temperature goes up, sale of ice cream goes, temperature and sale of ice cream, both will increase.
Yeah.
People love ice cream in summers, right?
Yeah.
They prefer ice cream in summers. So when the temperature goes up, sale of ice cream goes up, temperature goes down, sale of ice cream goes down. So what kind of relationship is it?
It's essentially a positive relationship.
Positive correlation. Okay. When the temperature goes up, sale of jackets go down. When the temperature goes down, sale of jackets goes up.
Yeah.
What kind of correlation?
It'll be a negative correlation because see,
Right?
as the temperature rises, the need to have jackets will become lesser. So hence
Yes. So it's a negative correlation. Now the third is Aditi ate a lot of ice cream yesterday. That is why the newspaper was late today. So number of ice creams Aditi eats.
it doesn't have any connection however. It doesn't.
No, so the newspaper is late. How does it matter? It doesn't matter because both are not interrelated at all. So you understand what is zero correlation now?
Yeah.
Okay. So the kind of questions that you can get from this, okay?
Okay.
I'm giving you 2 homeworks, which जिसको अभी आप start करोगे. There are 2 questions on this.
Yep.
Did you get this question? It's a basket question.
Yeah, I got it. I can see it. Yeah, I can see it.
There's one more question.
Yeah.
इसके बाद next class we will move on. The representation of data is done.
Yeah. Okay, so I do this right now. Okay. Okay, the thing is that I think I'll
So
have
you can do it as a homework, and but you have to send it to me. इसको भेज करके मुझे WhatsApp करना, ठीक है?
okay.
You have to do it on this paper. You have some app to do it on the paper.
No,
कैसे
ma'am.
करोगे? या इसका प्रिंट आउट निकाल सकते हो?
देखना पड़ेगा. I'll check if I can like, take a proper printout and everything. Then I'll accordingly just do that.
ठीक.
Okay, then we'll do. Okay, then, ma'am. Bye.
Bye bye.
Take care. Yeah. Bye.
Bye bye.